What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, you guys? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7, Episode 1. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I need a haircut. You know, my barber, aka my cousin Keisha. She is going to be out of town this weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to get a haircut. So y'all gonna see me with hats on like for the next week. Y'all gonna see me with a hat on or a beanie on. It's gonna be one or the other. So I look a rough fool, but that's okay. You know, that's okay. Long as she back next week in time for my second round of confessional. As long as she back for that, that's all that matters to me. But I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. It looks like Wednesday are going to be my lower, like my little lighter days because people really don't be looking at my Salt Lake City reviews, and I highly doubt they're gonna be looking at Love and Hip Hop Miami reviews like that. But we gonna see how it go. But I'm still gonna push through with some of these shows, regardless of what the numbers look like. I'm still gonna push through with them. I ain't gonna give up on them just because the numbers ain't high. You know what I mean? Because I don't do this just for numbers. However, I hope y'all are having a good day though. On the real tip, I really do hope so. Love and Hip Hop Miami had a great start, actually. It was actually pretty decent. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, because they got rid of some of the dead weight, I guess. You know what I mean? So, so hey. Yeah, it was decent actually. Yeah, it was. Definitely was. Network. Hey Scotty, hey Chet, hey Cameron Brooks. I think I'm gonna get more into why I feel like the first episode was pretty decent. I'm gonna get more into that in just a second because I noticed that some people are no longer on the show, and some of these people, I'm glad that they're no longer on the show, and I'm absolutely fine with that. But we're gonna get into that at the 5 minute mark. But let me let you guys know one more thing, okay? Now we have roasted review tonight, and if you don't know, it's gonna be on T's page tonight. So be on the lookout for that. As a matter of fact, while I'm on here, let me go ahead and share that link while I'm at it because he made the link earlier today, and just in case you guys haven't seen the link, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my community wall. So let me go ahead and share this right now. Okay, so you guys can be tuned in at 8:15 because he starts at 8:15. You know, I normally started at 8:30, honey, but it's gonna be at 8:15 over on T's platform, y'all. So be on the lookout for it. Okay. Hey Scotty and Chet. Hey, I think we'll have us a pretty good conversation about Love and Hip Hop Miami tonight. I really think we are. And I'm just so looking forward to how this season is gonna go. Now, the people are saying that this is the final season of Miami. The people are saying that this is the final season of Miami. And I would really hate if this season turns out to be their best one yet and it's their last season. Now, if they're getting rid of Miami, bring Hollywood back. Come on back, Hollywood. I need Moniece on my screen, baby. I need Moniece. I need Masika. I need Brooke Valentine. I need Marcus Black. I need all them back on my screen. If not, go ahead and give us Love and Hip Hop Houston because y'all said y'all was gonna bring that. I know y'all tried it in the past and it didn't work out, but I know there was some reports about Love and Hip Hop Houston, and it was supposed to have been like Kelsey was Megan the Stallion's ex best friend Kelsey. She's supposed to have been on that show. And I was just like, okay, well, give it to us. I want to know, like, give it to us. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to see what was going to be the tea, and I just want to know. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, y'all. Now let me put this phone on do not disturb. All right, and then put this on do not disturb so I can get started. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it because we're at 56 people, and y'all know with every live that we do, we try to get 100. But certain shows I don't really require it because I know that a lot of folks don't really watch me for that. But we're gonna get into it now. Before we get started, I did make a mention that this episode was pretty good, and I said I think it's pretty good because certain people are no longer on the show. First of all, we're gonna start with Flo. So glad Flo ain't here. So glad that Flo ain't here. I know I saw Flo's sister in the previews, but Flo is gone and Marlon is gone. And I'm glad that they fucking gone. They needed to go. I don't need to see them no more. They are the epitome of making fake ass storylines. Like I can't. Um, who else on this show? Gunplay and that Von Shade character. She gone. Glad she gone too. Like they had to do a lot of overhaul with this cast. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they needed to. Like they literally needed to. For real. Because they needed to go. Like for real, they was bringing the show down. They really wasn't bringing anything of value to this motherfucker. And I just felt like they needed to go. They was bringing the show down. Like for real, they were bringing it down. And in my eyes, I'm like, if they don't go, some gonna have to shake. Okay. But it's one more person that's still here. Well, it's two more people that's still here that I would prefer to go to. That's Ching Diamond. She can go. She started off real likable, and then I winded up not liking her, so she can go. Pinky Doll can go. She need if them two was gone, that would have been amazing. If them two was gone, Ching Diamond and Pinky Doll go. They need to go. I don't have any interest in seeing now one of them. Ray J and Princess, glad they gone. Bye. Needed to be gone. Get the fuck on. Needed to be gone. But they kept Ching Diamond and they kept Pinky Doll. I don't understand why. Don't understand why. But both of them needed to go. Like I said, Ching Diamond started off real cool. Like I really liked her. She started off real cool. But after the fact, it's kind of like, you know, like, nah. But anyway, we're finna go ahead and get into it, y'all, because we had 64 people. So let's get this thing going. All right, let's get it going. Now, let's get into it. So we open this thing up with Trick, okay? Because y'all know that him and Trina are supposed to be the anchors of this damn show. But at the end of the day, I really feel like Shay is the true anchor because I feel like Shay is the one that brings the most entertainment out of everybody. The most entertainment. However, they go to one of those little backgrounds where those flashbacks from MTV Cribs. And you know, if you're a millennial, you do know that we all used to watch MTV Cribs like literally all the time. Trick Daddy was one of the people that was on there, and he said, y'all remember my house on MTV Cribs? Everything was pretty much the same. But now it's kind of like it's not the same anymore. And I've kind of updated shit. It don't look the same way it used to look. And now I'm having like a little housewarming party, just, you know, celebrating the changes to my house. Like it's not the same type of house no more. And you know, I think it's a good thing that Trick decided that, okay, it's time to update this motherfucker. Like it's time to update his shit. Like, why the fuck are we sitting up here not allowing it to be updated? Like, we need to update this goddamn house. Like, what we doing here? Like, it don't need to be the same. Nothing needs to be the same. But you need to update this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, update this damn house. So, we get into Trina. Trina arrives with her husband that she needs to let go. I don't understand why she's still with that man. I don't know why. I just feel like he's not genuine. It's just something about him that I don't like. I don't know what it is about him, but it's just something about. There's something really good about Nibbles when it comes down to this man. There's something really good about him. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something good about that man. I don't like him. Let's see. So Trick says that he's done with the women drama, you know, because, you know, Trina was asking about Joy. And she said, look, I'm not finna get into this with you because you already know how I feel about this whole situation between you and Joy, and you really need to fix it. But other than that, you feel what I'm saying? I just feel like you need to do better with yourself, to be quite honest. Like, do better. Like, just do better. We need to stop it. So then he said this finna be a trick off house. He's finna have a whole bunch of women running through the house butt ass naked because that's what he's always wanted for himself. And he gonna get that for himself. And you know, if that's what you want for yourself, then go ahead and get that for yourself, Trick. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want a trick house? Go ahead and have a trick off house and have a whole bunch of folks running around naked. If I had the money to have a trick off house and have a whole bunch of niggas running around my house naked, dicks flying everywhere, of course I would not mind having that. But you know, I ain't in that position like you are. So you do you. So then Trick Daddy goes outside with the rest of the people, and there's Hot Topic. Why the fuck is she even here? Y'all, I don't like Hot Topic. I don't like her. I don't know why the fuck she's here. What is her purpose of being on Love and Hip Hop besides being a negative ass motherfucker? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what is her purpose? Because she really don't have one, and all she do is stir up shit and then blame somebody else for it. Because that's what was annoying me all season last year, was that she stirred up all that shit with Trina and her husband and put all the blame on Bobby when she was the main one that was sitting around here stirring the shit, looking up shit on this man. And that's another person that we didn't have to have back, was her. She can go too. I don't even know why they keep her around. So she sees Trick and she says, Trick, somebody been trying to reach out to me looking for you. Like, I don't know what's going on, but they've been looking for you. They've been coming to me, calling me, reaching out to me on social media, asking me about you and trying to find out about you and all this stuff. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, but and here go Trick. He's like, every time I come around Hot Topic, she always got some shit going on. There's always somebody looking for me, somebody doing this, and I don't understand what it is. So apparently the person that's been looking for Trick is Samantha, and that's a woman from his past. Now, we've never heard of Samantha, never knew who she was. This is our first time ever hearing about somebody named Samantha, and all the time that we've been looking at Love and Hip Hop. You feel what I'm saying? So that is the reason. So it is what it is. So then Amara is coming up, and we go back to the flashbacks of Amara sitting around here being lied on by Ray J because he said that he sniffed her cat. And then she said that it wasn't true, and Princess believed every word that lying ass Ray J said, to the point to where Princess put her hands on him. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So now, instead of, sitting around here crying about the lies that he told, she decided that she's going to make a perfume called Happy Endings Perfume. Okay. So she's doing a photo shoot for the perfume. And the next thing you know, Eliza shows up, Eliza Rain. Now she shows up so they can have a conversation. And as they're having a conversation, Eliza says that she felt like Amara was running with the ops. And that is the reason why she was upset with Amara. And that's why their friendship did not last or whatever, or whatnot. Hold on, y'all. But yeah. So yeah, so that's how she was feeling at that time. Like, she felt like she was running around here fucking with the ops and doing all this weird shit. So then after she tells Amada that she felt like she was running with the ops, that is when Eliza reveals that she lost her baby. Now, we do know that last season she revealed that she was pregnant. She wouldn't reveal who the baby daddy was, but apparently she lost the baby while trying to do some homework or something like that. Like, she was standing up on a chair, fell down to the ground, went to the hospital, lost the baby, and it was a lot of bleeding. Now, there was people in the comments on the Reality Entertainment TV Instagram page saying that they don't believe that Eliza was ever pregnant. They feel like this whole storyline about her being pregnant was a whole storyline in the stunt to stay on the show, and they don't believe that she was ever pregnant. I would really hope that she did not sit up there and conjure up some storyline about a baby and a miscarriage. Because if she did, that's some fucked up ass shit. Y'all got to stop using pregnancy and miscarriage and stuff like that for the sake of a damn storyline. You feel what I'm saying? So then Amara asked Eliza to talk to Shay because she says she really wants a relationship with Eliza. She really wants to make things work out between them and their friendship, but she got to talk to Shay because Shay is her girl. And so Amara starts talking about her issues that she's having with Miami Tip. How Miami Tip was all on social media talking crazy about her baby daddy and then involving the wife into it. And I think I reported on that months ago when it first happened. And so Eliza says that Miami Tip ain't really nobody's friend. So I don't even know why you surprised that she did this shit to you. Miami Tip ain't nobody's friend is what Eliza said. But from the looks of it, hell, Eliza really ain't nobody's friend either. So it's kind of like, what you talking about? But see, here's my thing with Love and Hip Hop Miami. Don't none of these girls seem like they real friends like that. Like if you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you can really tell that these were real, genuine relationships. And I've always said that about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like, I've always said that you could tell that they were actually friends. Even back when K Michelle was on there and she was rocking with Mimi and Arian, you can tell that those was her friends. You could tell that when her and Erica were friends, they were really friends. You could tell that when her and Jocelyn became friends, they were really friends. You could tell that Spice and Rashida are really friends. You could tell that Sierra and Bambi are really, like, you could tell that these girls are really friends with one another for real. But on Miami, these girls do not seem like they're friends. They do anything, they say anything, they just go off for any little thing on camera just for the sake of them getting some airtime on camera. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what they do. And I don't really like that shit. So it is what it is. And Miami Tip has always been nosy. She's always involved herself in somebody else's business. And I've always wondered what was her purpose of being on this fucking show in the first place, because we don't know shit about Miami Tip. Miami Tip ain't never had no storyline of her own. She's always been, you know, sticking her nose on somebody else's shit all the time. That's all she's ever done. So I'm trying to understand what she got going on and why she's so worried about Amara. But in the same breath, Amara is a dumbass motherfucker because she's sitting up there letting Alan with his wet looking ass play in her damn face and got a whole wife, and then she still want to have a baby with him. So at the end of the day, and not to mention, you know what I'm saying? Like, he disrespects you. Did he call you a black bitch that nobody would ever want you or something like that? Like, did he say that about you? So why was you even walking around here trying to be all this other stuff? Like, it was like Amara was looking mad dumb. She was looking mad crazy in these streets. And I just could not get with that. I couldn't get with that shit at all. Like, for real. Like, in these streets, she was looking real crazy. Like for real. Like, completely. You feel what I'm saying? So no, wasn't fucking with it. But let's move on. Michael Blackson. I don't know why the fuck he on this show. I don't know why the fuck he on this show. I ain't never found Michael Blackson funny in the least bit. Never have, never will. I always thought he was a weirdo. And I always thought that people overhype him in his comedy. I've never found Michael Blackson to be funny. So, and I never cared about him as a human being for me to even be watching this show and seeing him come across my damn screen. Because I'm like, why is he here? Why is he on Love and Hip Hop? This is not Love and Comedy. Why the fuck is he here? And on top of that, I ain't got time for him to be annoying me all season. And whoever with him, they're a goddamn fool, because I wouldn't be with his ass. He looks stupid as fuck. But anyway, why is he here? He's on a comedy tour, and he's talking about how his wife allows him to have side chicks. And of course, they was on another VH1 show called Couples Therapy, and where she admitted that she allows him to have a good time once a month and then go about their business. If you got to allow your man to have a side chick, then they don't need to be your fucking man. I'm just being for real. If you got to allow your man to have a hall pass to go fuck other bitches, then that don't even need to be your man. Because one thing about it, my shit might be complicated at this goddamn moment. But one thing about it, and two things for certain, I ain't got no titles with nobody. So it is what it is. But at the same point in time, if things were different, I would not be sitting up here telling no nigga to sit up here and be going around fucking other bitches and then they come home with me. That's not what I'm finna do. And I think that any woman that allows that has low self-esteem, because really you could find somebody else. And if you got a man that's doing that shit and that's the only way he gonna be with you, then you are a fucking fool to think that this is ever gonna work. How you gonna sit up here and be with somebody for the rest of your life and they still want to fuck other bitches? You still not enough for them? If you not enough for one man, then you don't need to be with him. If you gotta have a side chick while you're in a committed monogamous relationship, then you don't need to be with nobody. No relationship, no marriage. If you want to continue to fuck other broads, be single. That's the time where you can fuck and suck and eat anybody you want to while you're single. That's where you can do what you want. But in a relationship, that's not what you do. I understand having a threesome from time to time, but you want to have a whole side chick that you can fuck every goddamn month is fucking crazy. And the fact that your woman allows the shit and still allowing it just to keep you around, it's fucking crazy. And yes, before anybody gets in their feelings about me being a man saying all this, yes, I'm a man. Yes, I'm not a woman. I mean, no, I'm not a woman. No, I can't tell no woman what to do. No, I can't preach any feminine values into no woman because I'm not a fucking woman and all that stuff. I'm not trying to be misogynistic or none of that shit that y'all want to accuse me of at times when I start speaking on shit like this. That is not what it is. That's not what I'm fucking doing. I would never do that. I just think that I got a mama, I got sisters. Some of them I don't even talk to. But at the end of the day, I would never want them to settle for no bullshit like that. I would never want my mother to settle for no man like that. I don't even want my damn female friends to settle for shit like that. I'll be damned if I sit back and watch them settle for a motherfucker that's with them but still want to fuck other people. And they accept it. It's crazy. So call me whatever you want to call me. Call me whatever. I'm really not trying to be disrespectful to no woman, but that's stupid. That's whack, and I can't sit with that. I can't never be okay with that. Like I never want nobody to go through no bullshit like that. That shit wild. That shit wild. Like real shit. That shit wild. I'll never be okay with it. Let's see. Let's go through the notes. Okay. So now it's time for Miami Tips premiere party. She's in this short film. I don't know where you could find it at, but she in some short film, child, and she's throwing a premiere party for it. And Bobby introduces this chick named Sunye. Apparently, Sunye was a songwriter for a couple of people, and she had some success for that. She's Grammy nominated and things of that nature, and now she's trying to be an artist on her own. I'm not a person to take away from anybody's dream, right? People told me I couldn't be no YouTuber, and I am one. They say it ain't my calling, and it is. They say I will never put a book out, and I have. Book has done very, very well for itself to be an independent book, independent published book, as a matter of fact. But when I hear some of these writers that want to be artists, their writing is amazing. But when they try to have their own music for themselves, when they write songs and keep it for themselves, it sometimes make me wonder if they were better off behind the scenes versus being in front. Because, you know, if you ever notice, I can't say that for all writers, though. Because I remember when Jonte Austin decided that he wanted a solo career of his own, and he came out with Turn It Up, and I love that song. I love that song. Absolutely love that song. When Esther Dean came out with Drop It Low, I love that song. I don't understand why she wasn't able to put out an album. I don't understand why Jonte Austin wasn't able to put out an album. I'm here for everybody following their dreams. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't really see it for Sunye, though, but maybe I'll just gotta find some music of hers to just vibe to and see what I feel about it. You feel what I'm saying? The short film comes on, everybody likes it. So Joy says that she's homeless, and Bobby says that you're not homeless. And then Joy was like, I am. I really don't have nowhere to go. And Bobby said, you legally have a home with Trick. Y'all are not divorced legally. And that home your name is still on that deed. So you really do got somewhere to go. So I don't know what you're talking about. You got somewhere to go. And then Bobby then invites the girls to his hosting event. And then, you know, that's when Bobby said, and Amara gonna be there, and I still fuck with Amara. And that's what Miami Tip says. I just want to see Amara and talk to her because I know that she ain't fucking with me, but I want to remind her of who the fuck she is, because this shit that she doing with Alan is just not cool. I don't like it, and she need to be reminded as to who she is. So then we get into Joy. She pulls up at Trick's house. Trick's fine ass son and them twins is outside. And the next thing you know, we see a U-Haul truck pull up. And Joy don't give a fuck. She getting her shit out the U-Haul. She pulling up on Trick. And Trick is like, what the fuck are you doing? And Joy said, I'm moving back in. I'm moving the fuck back in. What you talking about? And Trick was like, oh, no. I'm not going to deal with this shit. Oh, no. I ain't dealing with this shit. All this other stuff. But he tells her what's going on. She said, I need to stay here for a couple of weeks until I get my living situation together. Trick didn't really say no, but he just didn't like the way that she went about doing it. And to be quite fair, Joy, he got every right to feel that way. No shade, no lies. He got every right to feel the way that he feels. Because you didn't have to rack shop and pull up on him like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I understood him. I understood where he was coming from. So we get into Rada, okay? And I think that's how you pronounce her name, Rada. That is Michael Blackson's, I don't know, that's his wife or his woman. But she meets with her friends. One of her friends are including Claudia Jordan. And she was talking about how they're about to induce her labor. She's like 8 months pregnant. They're about to induce her labor. And not to mention they're inducing it, and then they're about to move from LA and move to Miami. And then she starts crying about Michael having commitment issues and how they want to move forward with their relationship, but he just can't seem to let the side chicks go. If he can't let the side chicks go, let his ass go. For real, though. Because there's really no need for you to sit here and be crying about this shit. It ain't nothing to cry about, baby. He don't give a fuck about you. He don't care about you because all he cares about is himself. Because, see, the thing is, you've allowed this man to be able to go and get his rocks knocked off by another bitch, and you've been okay with that for the longest. And now that you've been okay with it and you want him to stop, he probably feels like, how the fuck you gonna tell me to stop? Like, how you gonna tell me to stop doing what I want to do? Like, what you mean? Like, no, you allowed me to do it all this time, so why I need to stop now? That's probably where he going with it. And I ain't saying that he right at all, because he's really not right. If we're being real, he's not right in the least bit. You know what I mean? Like, he's not right. But what I'm saying is, you've allowed him to do it for so long, and for you to take that away from him now, he probably feels like, oh hell nah, bitch. Oh hell nah. What the fuck you think you doing over here? Oh no. We ain't finna play that game right now. Like, you ain't finna sit up here and take away the shit that you gave me. Like, you told me I had the right to go out here and play if I want to. And now that I'm playing too much, now you don't want me to do it no more. No, he's not gonna change, baby girl. He ain't gonna do right by you, and you finna have a baby with him, and you moving to Miami with him, and he's still sitting up here talking about how he can't let his side bitches go. Girl, let him go. Let him go. It ain't really nothing more to be said. The moment he told you he can't let his side chicks go, that should have just been that should have been everything that you needed, all the ingredients that you needed for you to let his ass go. And Michael Blackson ain't even fine. He is not cute. Okay, let his ass go. I can't imagine fucking him. Anyway, getting back into Trick. Trick meets with Samantha. Okay. Samantha is apparently somebody that's into the church now. That's somebody from his past. She wants to meet up with him, and Trick has decided to meet up with her. And she said, well, you know, I normally have these premonitions that goes on when it come down to your life. And sometimes I be right about these premonitions that I be having. And so that is when she said, well, what about your last relationship? He said, oh, yeah, Joy took her from me. And he's talking about So Unique, who follows me on Instagram, by the way. Samantha says that I see you coming into a new relationship. And then he said, no, the fuck you don't, because I ain't trying to be in no relationship with nobody at this moment. I'm tired of the women problems. I really ain't got time for this shit right now. Like, I'm pretty much done with relationships. Like, it's nothing more for me to do or nothing more for me to say. I'm tired of relationships. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm just done with everything right now. And so he said, but every time we tend to have these conversations, it goes back to how it should have been you. And then she says that you betrayed me. Like, you and Joy betrayed me. Come to find out, Samantha is Joy's sister. So therefore, Samantha was with Trick first, and then Trick got with Joy. Now, I don't know if they even clarified whether or not Trick knew that Joy and Samantha were sisters or not, or if Joy knew that Samantha and Trick were a thing in the past. But that's pretty much what it is. Samantha was their first, and then Joy got with him, and then he married Joy. And ever since then, Samantha really ain't been the same ever since, and all that other stuff. But see, my thing is, why now though? Like, why are we talking about this now? Like, why haven't we talked about the fact that you was with, Joy's sister before you was ever with Joy? Like, why we ain't never talked about that? Why are we talking about this now? After all these years of being on Love and Hip Hop, we never heard this story before. Now we're hearing about it now. And why is Samantha here now? And why Samantha want this story to be told? Is she trying to make Joy look bad? Is she trying to make Trick look bad? Like, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? Bianca said, now that was messy. He didn't know that they were sisters, but Joy knew her sister was dating him. Joy told her sister to leave him, and then she married him instead. Ooh, now that's fucked up. Ooh, that is fucked up. But I will say that that's opening up the door for a storyline, a good one at that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty much interested in knowing about what's going on, y'all. So then we go into Bobby's party. Sonya is making her debut in Miami tonight. Shay says that she's been low-key ever since turning down Fabo's proposal. And when the production team asks her was she done with Fabo, she says absolutely. Now, Shay, let me give you something to say right now. We were just talking about this yesterday on Harviana's Live. A lot of people don't like Shay, mainly due to the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stuff, like with the whole thing with Erica and Scrappy and all that. That's one of the main reasons why people don't like Shay. But if you looked at Flavor of Love 2 back in the day, people liked Shay back then. She was most, when it came down to Flavor of Love 2 before New York came along, Bucky was most of our faves. Because Bucky was my favorite. She was always my favorite. And then when I looked at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, when they first came on, I saw that Bucky was going to be on the show. Bitch, I was excited because I love me some Bucky, baby. I was here for Bucky. Okay, that was my favorite on Flavor Love 2. But watching Love and Hip Hop Miami, she's the lead of this show. She's the entertainment of this show. She don't back down from anybody. She shows her all on the show. So I really need for her to really know that we're looking at her. Because, baby, if you're not done with Fabo, I'm done with you. Okay, because you need to leave his ass alone. He was very disrespectful. Shay and Amara, they start talking about, being single and focusing on their brands and focusing on their kids and not necessarily worried about being in the space of these men no more. Like, they're tired of it. Like, Amara not really worrying about Alan. Shay not really worried about Fabo and stuff like that. And I hope both of you motherfuckers ain't worried about now one of them. I hope so. So then that's when Bobby brings up Tip, and Shay said, Amada don't want you to bring up Tip. And Amada said she ain't fucking with Tip, so don't bring her up to me. Bobby says that Eliza is coming, and that's when Amada said, Eliza apologized to me, and I told her that the only way that we can be friends is if she comes and talks to you. So that is when Eliza comes in and her and Shay come face to face. Now, I feel like Shay is already dealing with some shit. So she came into the conversation like rah. I think that Shay did a lot in that conversation. And I also feel like Eliza kind of did a lot in this conversation too. And they started going back and forth about the turkey baster. And Eliza said, we already know that shit wasn't true. And Future was really fucking his pussy real good. I ain't need no turkey baster to get pregnant by him and all this other shit. And Shay said she didn't give a fuck. And then Eliza said, it doesn't matter how you feel about me. If we're going back and forth, then we're going back and forth. That's fine. But the least that we could do is leave kids out of our conversations. That's that. And so Shay was like, well, you can't really sit up here and tell me how I'm supposed to react, what I'm supposed to say when we're going back and forth. And then Eliza said, well, how do you feel? How would you feel if I brought your child into this situation? And then here goes Shay, bring her up. And then Eliza was just done with the conversation at that point. And I'm like, Shay, girl, no. Because if somebody brought up your child, you're going to be ready to hop across tables and try to fight them. So let's not act like you wouldn't, okay? So I think that Shay went about that whole conversation with Eliza all wrong. And yes, indeed, I do feel as though, she, I do get her being very tense with talking to Eliza, but she was wrong. I feel like she could have just went away, but she did say, she did tell Eliza, like, I'm dealing with some stuff right now. I don't really think I need to be having this conversation. So at least she did disengage and say that she'll talk to her at another time. So then Shay leaves. So then that's when Tip comes over to Amara and tries to talk to Amara, and Amara really ain't got nothing to say to Tip. And Tip's steady coming over there talking to her about the baby daddy stuff. And then I think Tip brought up Amada's children, and that's when Amada threw some shit at Tip, and she had to be held back and all this other stuff. My thing is this: I used to like Tip. I just think that Tip be doing too much, and she be sticking her nose where it don't belong, and she need to find her something to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because her being in everybody's business is getting old to me. It's simply getting old to me, and I'm tired of it. Okay, like seriously. But y'all, that's really all that I got to say about this episode. This episode had a pretty decent start, I must say. It was a pretty decent start to this season. I'm just waiting on Boots to show up. I'm waiting on Boots to show up. I'm waiting to see her and Bucky get active with one another. Like, I'm ready to see it. But this episode really did start off pretty simple and just sweet, and I was glad that it was good. Okay, now before we get up out of here, y'all do know that I am a part of a web series, and it's called The Scene ATL, and the release date for the show will be released on Friday, right? Because we're putting out the Meet the Cast. But here is a teaser from the new show.
Yeah. Say what I say and do what I will. They tryna do what I do, they lacking the skill. And I know I'm going up, running for the hills. Removing myself from the fade, I keep it too real. Bitch, I got businesses, I'm a brand house. I ain't wasting time is money, what you playing for? These rappers sleeping on me, I got hit that put the K in up. And yeah, I hear you talking, tell me what you saying though. Yeah, baby, I came in and step on the scene.
And that is the teaser for the new show that I'm a part of, and it is called The Scene ATL. Please be sure to subscribe to the Stylish TV platform. I think Bianca just shared the link in the chat. The show will be coming out in December. We just did our first round of confessionals last weekend, and I've been looking at like the side portions of the confessionals, and I really did great. Okay, and if you're on my Instagram, then they just posted like this video of the behind the scenes of us doing confessionals, and they just posted mine today, so you'll see what I had on and all that other stuff, because I love me a good suit when it's convenient. I love a good suit. But yes, the show is coming out in December. The Meet the Cast drops on Friday, and if you want to make sure that your notifications are on, go ahead and go to my community wall, because I just posted the link to the Meet the Cast on there. So, and like I said, I need for Scotty Gang to be in the building when that comes out. I need to see all y'all in the comments. All y'all, okay? Period. All right. So with that being said, this is your boy Scotty. Okay, and my book is out right now. It's on Amazon and Kindle. I'm sending books out tomorrow. Okay, after work, I'm going straight to the post office. I'm almost done with these books. I'm almost done sending them out, y'all. So I'm glad that you guys are bearing with me. I know there has been a big delay with everybody's books, but I promise you they are on the way. I know that Shay Renee Online, she was a person that pre-ordered the book. She just got hers today. Like, they are definitely coming. Just stay on the lookout for the shorts. And as a matter of fact, there's one person in particular. I don't know if you're watching or not, but she was one of the first people to order a book, pre-order a book, and when I tried to send it off, they wouldn't allow me to because of the address. And I think I shouted her out once before, and I don't have an email for her or anything like that. Her name is Stephanie Richardson. If you're watching, please email me, because I really need to get an address to send your book off, because your book is still sitting right here in my hand. I actually did take it to the post office. It's sitting right here in my hand, but I couldn't send it off because the address didn't work, and I need a address for you. So if you're watching, Stephanie, please email me right now, okay? Because because all the people that's on the PayPal list, they have their address on there and they have their email on there, and the address that you have for me, the post office said it wasn't going to send there. So I don't have an email address for you. I need to get to you some kind of way, because your book is right here. It's been sitting here for like a couple of weeks. So either I'm going to have to refund you or what. Hopefully you're watching. But if I don't, because I need to really find that. I really do, because I need for you to get your book. But for everybody else, the books are definitely on the way. So be on the lookout for it. Most definitely. I should be done sending out books by the end of the month. I promise you that. So with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Things I wanna do to you. All the love you try to hide, deep in between those thighs. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want. Ain't too proud to beg for what I need. If it's good loving that you want, you can get it all from me. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want. Ain't too proud to beg for what I need. Good loving that you want, you can get